IMW Comics, creator and writer of Bad Wabbit Comics, which is about a post-apocalyptic anthropomorphic world. Our main character is a drunk and is kind of forced on an adventure to try and save the world, but he's very reluctant, kind of like one of our characters, John McClane, in the Die with a Vengeance. But yeah,
foreshadowing. Let's give the foreshadowing, because today we're coming at it. We are settling the debate once and for all. You can stop talking about it, because after today's show, we will know the answer definitively.
Yeah, definitely go check it out. IMW Comics. So
yeah, check it out. The link will be in the chat. I will put that in there right now. And Dash, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I'm probably the least known of you guys. I am a struggling author. As far as I'm working on my first fiction novel. My first actual book is on Amazon. What I Love About Superman and Other Superheroes. It's a nonfiction self-help book, if you will, but it is on Amazon. And right now I'm working on a supernatural Western fantasy novel, which hopefully in January will be on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Awesome.
So that is where I currently am.
Nice. All right. So, Aaron, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, I'm Aaron Wroblewski. I'm a writer, creator of various horror graphic novels. Enenra is my big one. Ice and Bone, as you can see, they're strategically positioned. Is coming out in January the 7th, which is the 5th in the series, but the 2nd of Ice and Bone, which is the sequel to Blood and Fire, which is a kick-ass samurai action horror.
Yes, I have the earlier issues. It is good stuff. I love the art. I love the story. I mean, I back all your stuff, so I'm a fan. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to hanging out in the real world in Nashville in June, so it'll be fun.
Yep, looking forward to it.
All right. So, Ben, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name's Ben Lacey. I am the creator of Shark of War, The Vicious Vixens of Dakawanga, and Samson, among others. Shark of War is now live on Kickstarter and at sow.bitingcomics.com, where you can not only get the comic books, but you can get this cute little plushie. Plus, I have a giveaway going on where you can win this cute little plushie for free.
Yeah, and the links to both of those will be in the chat. Shark of War is live now. And it looks like it's almost funded. So it looks like it's doing well, especially through the December slog month. So
it's 2/3 there. So we need a little more, but and you know how it is during this zone. But I think we got a decent chance at making it at the last minute.
You're braver than I am, because when I did a December campaign last year, and it funded, but it was definitely an uphill battle the whole way. So my thought was, I'm holding off till January, like all the other cowards in the Kickstarter community. And Ben's out there. He's like, no, you know what? Let's go. I got a shark. I can do this.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Vicious Vixens 3 in January or February.
Nice.
So that's kind of tying my schedule up. So
yeah, it'll do that. The more you think and the more you create, the more you have to think, wow, when am I ever going to have sleep? Sleep's overrated. We're creators. We don't have time for that. All right. And Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm still pretty fresh in the comic industry for about 2 years now. I've been an author for 2 years, and I just produced my first 3 comics this year: Arcfire, Havoc, and my recent comic is called Skin Shifter. And Skin Shifter is a alter ego shape-shifting story based on my novel called Jackal Bunny. That's on Amazon. And you can find my other books on my website at Corissa.com.
All right, and it's right there. And then here's the big link for Dash's. I won't leave it up there very long because it's bigger than our faces, but it's in the chat. You can go there, click on that, get his Superman book. So we all have some good stuff out there. And now we're gonna shift our focus to the topics of the day. So the first topic we're going to be looking at is our Mount Rushmore of comic book, or not comic book movies, of holiday movies. We've done a Mount Rushmore of comic book movies, but now Mount Rushmore of holiday movies. So Mount Rushmore, if as you can see, it has 4 presidents. So what that means, we get 4 movies that we can put in our Mount Rushmore, and these are what we consider the best holiday movies of all time. So we could end up with people spoiling their answer for our third topic during this, but that's okay, because we'll know, all right, we know where you stand. So, Anthony, what is your Mount Rushmore of holiday movies?
Okay, so I had a really hard time with this because there's so many good holiday movies. And of course, it's not a secret. My favorite holiday movie is our third topic, Die Hard.
Okay.
Now, they can be debatable, but I went on the facts of movies solely based on Christmas. The plot, the story, all revolves around Christmas. Okay. So, Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original, the very original, that's my number one.
The cartoon or the
yes.
I would say not the Jim Carrey one.
No, the Burl Ives, I think.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
The old school one. That's one I like. I actually have the Grinch tattooed on my back. So that's definitely my number one.
Or was it accidental?
And then Polar Express. That's my second because that's my kids and mine like tradition. We sit down and we watch the Polar Express together every Christmas. So definitely the Polar Express. Elf. I don't see how anybody can't like Elf around Christmas. It's perfect. It's a great, silly story. And then let's see. I would have to go with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Just because of one scene in there, and I die every time I see it when he sprays up the toboggan and heads down the hill at Mach 5.
The cousin Eddie moment.
Are you serious, Clark?
Yeah.
So that's my 4.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of those. And really, a holiday movie is just what movie gets you in the mood for the holidays, makes you have that festive feeling inside. And there's no wrong answers. At least I don't think there are. Someone might drop a movie like, all right, maybe some of those shitty Hallmark movies are the wrong answers, but if they do it for you, if you like to see, the chance encounter of 2 ex-boyfriend and girlfriend who happened to bump into each other while shopping in their old town when they went back for a reunion for whatever, And I've just written 84 Hallmark movies in this 1 minute. So if that's your answer, though, if that's your answer, do your thing. I'm not here to judge. So, all right, Dash, what is your Mount Rushmore?
I lost a bet last year where I had to watch an entire month of Hallmark movies and review them. So, yeah, I know exactly how. Listen,
couldn't you just record one and just repeat it?
I'd have to let her do it for me.
There is only one Hallmark movie, but they're just done with different actors.
Yeah, I was trying to get away with that, but it didn't.
That's a rough 30 days right there.
It was. I cried a little. It wasn't crying good crying.
And not because you were touched emotionally.
It's always an uptight working woman who meets a country, a roughly charming country man, and they both have to somehow meet in the middle. Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah. Hallmark movies. 100 Hallmark movies in our first 10 minutes. We can basically put the state of Hallmark movies 50 years with what we've just done today.
All right. Well, my again, I'm old. I'm 51, so I'm going to be showing a lot of my age here. But My first one is White Christmas, Bing Crosby. This is more on a nostalgia thing because that was my mom and my favorite to watch every holiday. And then A Christmas Story, can't go wrong with that. I love the original short story that was out of his book that built up on it, and he made it a little bit longer with the movie. And then I got Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and that's going to be my number 2 as well when we get to topic number 2. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It's a Jim Henson production. It was way back in the 70s and 80s. And then again, here we go with A Christmas Vacation. There's so many good one-liners, and you can't go wrong with Clark Griswold on Christmas at all. So that is my top 4.
Yes. But you can go wrong with Only Cousin Eddie at Christmas, as we talked about last week when we were talking about the worst sequels. And Christmas Vacation 2, a movie of nothing but Cousin Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
You realize too much of a good thing can be bad. And I don't know if Cousin Eddie's an actual good thing, but
that's true.
Clark for the win. Cousin Eddie, that just will make your life miserable. I will take a Hallmark movie over that. And I will watch the shitty sequel to the Chipmunks, the Chipwrecked movie over that. I had a better time with watching someone be stranded on an island with the Chipmunks than I did with Cousin Eddie. So that's showing that it is the bottom tier of bottom tiers of all Christmas movies. So yes, Clark is good. Eddie is good in small doses. Like, he's the comic relief guy. If he was in the whole 90 minutes of Christmas Vacation, he might have ruined that one too. But he manages to ruin his own movie within the first 5 minutes, and you're just like, I will finish this movie. It becomes a battle, and maybe it's a dare. Like, okay, I dare you to finish Christmas Vacation 2. See what you can do. Dash will be like, damn, I miss those Hallmark movies so much right now, but
I do miss them.
We'll see.
I don't know if there's any way I can miss.
Yeah.
All right.
For 30 days is a long stretch.
You know what? I think
yes,
I think my suffering was far less than yours, even though that is, arguably the worst movie I've ever watched. It's still not. It still beats 30 days of horrible movies.
Yeah.
But
even my wife was getting tired of it.
You're having flashbacks. Like, no more. No, I can't even think about it.
Yeah, people
hear that.
People survive Nam and
introduction music done by one person. Yes. All right. So Aaron,
he's waking up in the middle of the night going, I care about you. Oh
yeah. It's gonna work out in the end, you guys. I trust it.
Start going to therapy for PTSD.
All right.
Yeah, right.
All right. So Aaron, what is your Mount Rushmore?
Well, you've pretty much said 2 of them, Elf and A Christmas Story. But going back to my childhood, Peanuts, Charlie Brown, they are so good. You just put that on and just chill out with some eggnog and whiskey. Strangely enough, Harry Potter, it always, in the UK especially, it always seems to come up on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
they at least have one, so we kind of just plug it on, and you just kind of switch your brain off and just watch that. So going back to my
almost all of them have Christmas in them.
Yeah, they always have that Christmas
Yeah.
moment in them. So yeah, I can see that, because I mean, again, it's what movie gives you that feeling, like, okay, the feeling that the holidays are coming, the feeling that it's going to be, Christmas time, and get you in that spirit. And if Harry Potter's the one, then you know what? There is, again, no wrong answer.
So I take Peanuts over Harry Potter. It's
Okay.
just something about Charlie Brown trying to kick that football, and what's her name swipes it.
Lucy.
That's my life personified in one scene.
Yes. we're all Charlie Brown at one point in our lives, unless we're the cool kids. And I don't know. Most of us comic creators are not the cool kids. I don't know if if it's a trend. I'm sure I can find
yourself, buddy.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not
yourself.
gonna say. I mean, just me. I mean, I'm not the cool kid. You guys were the cool kids, and You probably bullied me in high school, but that's all right.
No,
I'm over
I
it.
not-
didn't.
I'm not even close. I'm not even close. I
I'll
was
just
never close.
decapitate you in one of my books for my revenge. That's how it goes.
Exactly. That's how it works.
You will be a head on a spike. Fuck you for doing
That's
that.
not revenge. People pay for that. So I've got
I guess
backers who
so.
want to get killed in my books. You're
Yeah,
not,
see, I
you're not
got-
harming me that way.
Yeah, you're. They're lining your pockets that way. Like, all right, I get to kill you, and you're gonna pay me. This is called win-win right here.
Yeah. Win-win.
All right. So, Ben, what is your Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore of holiday movies?
I'm going to save one for the next zone, but
Okay.
One would be the original Miracle on 34th Street. I always get broken up when they're about to send Santa off to the insane asylum, and then the post office comes in and piles all those letters on the judge's desk to prove he's the real Santa Claus.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I always like Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Natalie Wood,
Reindeer.
right?
Again, I get choked up when Santa comes to the island of misfit toys just as they're about to go back into their boxes for another year and rescue them in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story, of course, is one I really like too. The original, not the effort to remake it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another cartoon I like is The Year Without a Santa Claus, because I really love Heat Miser and Cold Miser, and I'd love to actually write a comic book with those two as mismatched superheroes going off to save Christmas. So those would be my four. Though, like I said, I have one more that's probably even higher than them, but I'll mention it.
Saving it for your unknown gems. I like it. All right. So, Kevin, what's your pick for this Mount Rushmore?
Well, one of them is the same with Castro, is Die Hard. Honestly, I would probably go with Mission Impossible too, as well. Grandma, right? Grandmother ran over by a reindeer. I don't know why that really sparks me. It just does. This Christmas and probably Toy Story.
Okay, so you're going out. You are outside of the box, and I like it. All right.
Yeah.
So each one, like I said, it's not about what the movie is. It's about the feelings you can get from it, and that kind of goes into our last topic that we're going to talk about. But in the end, what the movies you put on are going to be the ones that kind of give you that good feeling. So for me, I have a lot of the ones that you have as well, but I would definitely have the original Miracle on 34th Street, the black and white. That one's just, kind of feels like Christmas and has been that way since I was, a little kid. That would be the one that would come on. You'd watch it on cable with the commercials, or I guess it wouldn't even be cable. It would just be on, probably channel 5, channel 13. And you'd see it, and not the colorized version. Leave that shit in black and white. Stop tinkering with movies. Don't Lucas this shit up. So I would say, I mean, it's it's beautiful and it's black and white, and it's been remade. I've seen the remake. It's fine, but it's it doesn't bring the same feelings that the original did. So I would have that one. I would have Christmas Vacation would definitely make the list. That one is always just, a good time. You put it on. I mean, I guess I've seen it too many times to still laugh at the jokes, but you can still, it just feels happy. It's a good time. I would put on The Nightmare Before Christmas as well. That one is a good, fun one to watch. And that one is one of my kids' favorites. So they always want to put that one on. And you could go either direction. Is it Christmas? Is it Halloween? But I say it's one of those few movies you can put on for both, and it kind of bridges that gap for you. So I would go for that one.
Marketing.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that supposedly Tim Burton, all three of his films are linked together.
Yeah.
The dog is the same dog in each of his films.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go from that when he's a kid,
Frankenweenie,
they think that he
Frankenweenie.
Yeah, so that's 0 in Nightmare. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. So
okay.
that's like a nice little twist.
I could see.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Okay.
It makes
Yeah, and
sense though.
I could see
Yeah,
that.
I can see that because you can kind of see the connection. So yeah, that's interesting. Now I got to rewatch it and see if I catch it. And then my fourth pick, I would probably go with Elf. I love A Christmas Story, but I think that movie has reached a point of being overplayed so heavily because it plays basically for like 3 straight days with no break. And I've watched
Oh
it
my
so
gosh.
much. Now, when I was
24
growing
hours.
up, everyone told me, "Oh, you look like Ralphie." So I grew up hearing that all my life. So when I was in elementary school, I was the Ralphie lookalike. So it's one, I love it. We'll still watch it once, but once is the limit because then my wife's like, "Oh, look, it's on TBS. Let's just watch it for a friggin' 14-hour loop right now." So that's when I have to tune it out.
That could be Dash's next forfeit, is to watch
Oh.
Elf for 3 days straight.
Oh, every Christmas movie everyone, I think everyone on our list gets played on repeat at a certain point during the holidays. Because I even did see the Harry Potter movies being played on loop. Because it's, when we go over to my mother-in-law's house on Christmas Eve, it's, she's just putting on whatever happens to be the loop movie. And yeah, I've seen Christmas Vacation on loop. I've seen Elf, even Harry Potter. So yeah, Miracle on 34th Street. You'll see all those looping. And in the end, it's like, all right, tune in once and then tune them out. So I think that's where I go with all the Christmas movies. And I like watching like some of the Batman. The first episode of Batman the Animated Series is the Joker Christmas one. So I love tuning that one on as well. Like I didn't think of the
Batman
shorts,
Kills.
but there's so many of the great shorts out there that we could talk about as well.
Yeah.
So all right, so anyone who's out there, if you agree, drop a comment, let us know. If you disagree, are we out of our minds? Did we pick the wrong movies? Was Hallmark the right answer? Drop a comment, let us know.
Oh boy.
And now we're going to move into our second topic of the day, and that is lesser known holiday classics. So what is a holiday movie that you love that some people don't know about? I know Dash kind of gave us the spoilers on his, but what is your lesser known holiday classic? You love it and the world needs to know about it now. So Anthony, what's your pick?
I don't know. Really didn't think about that one. I guess maybe Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
I guess people know it, but it's not like
it's not on TBS on
Never on
loop for
anybody's
4
list.
days in a row.
It's not coming on Christmas Day most of the time.
It's considered lesser Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's during his junior phase.
Yeah.
He decided to be in a movie and get pregnant.
It was more comedic. And
that was
comedic stuff, and
that was
moving away
pre
from
Anakin
action.
Skywalker too, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pre
So-
Anakin Skywalker kid.
Yeah. That was him, wasn't it? But I mean, I've seen it maybe once or twice, but it's not like I'm rushing to the TV every time I hear that it's coming on.
Yeah.
So
Understood. All right. So Dash, what's yours? We know what yours is, but tell us a little bit more about it so we can kind of know and seek it out.
It's again, this was the late 70s, early 80s. Jim Henson did a adaptation of the book Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It's Emmett and his ma are left kind of in the poorhouse, and so they're doing odd jobs to get money, and you don't put a hole in the wash tub, but there's a big talent show coming up for Christmas, and you can win $50. And so Emmett has his toolbox, and Mom hawks it to buy a new dress, and Emmett puts a hole in the wash tub to join a jug band, so they can win the money. And come to find out, there's this band, heavy rock and roll band, the River Bottom Nightmare band from a town over, and they come over. And of course, it's got all the great voices: Frank Oz, Jim Henson, all those great voice actors are in it. Needless to say, needless to say, the Nightmare River Bottom band comes in, but at the end, it's still a happy ending. I don't want to spoil it too much if you guys are going to go watch it. So,
I'm definitely going to watch it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite books. My dad used to read it. Yeah, my dad would read me the book, and so and then when it came out on I think it was an HBO special at first, and then now it's everywhere. So yeah, go check it out.
Then I would assume.
Max would have it.
Okay.
I had to buy it off Amazon. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
and what's
weak.
it called again? Just one more time.
Put it in the chat.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat. And
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely gonna look that up. Me and my boys will watch it.
Hold on one second. I just pulled up the
it's a great
poster for
kids.
it, so
My girls love it now. So
Well, if it's Jim Henson, it's got a lot of puppets and stuff in it, and I'm sure they right?
oh yeah.
They'll like that.
Yeah, it's all puppet. It's all puppeteer.
Awesome.
all right. So here, Emmett Otter's
Put it in
Jug
the-
Band
also-
Christmas. That is this right here.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the movie. Check it out. I haven't seen it, but that means I have a new movie to tune into because with the holiday movies, I have definitely seen so many. It's good to find something new that that still hits the right spots for Christmas movies. So, Aaron, what's your pick on this
And
one?
if you know any 3D printers, people that 3D print, I would love some action figures. By the way,
There you go. That's what we need. Come on, NECA, let's get that done.
right?
But my picks, I've kind of got two. I've got the Christmas Carol, the Muppets.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh yeah.
With Michael, I think it was Michael Caine.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
so good.
Okay.
And then I nowadays, because my kids are older and stuff like that, I tend to go towards a horror. Krampus.
Oh yes.
So,
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you like a bit of a
Oh,
scare,
good.
I mean, I'm sure aren't they doing a reindeer horror now?
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
all those coming out.
Also,
Yeah.
that could be my next hit.
Is it
from this
Blumhouse?
time next year.
No, I don't think it's Blumhouse. It's somebody else.
Yeah. They take the newly public domain stuff and they turn it into horror.
Oh yeah, that's like
That indie.
the second
studio.
Winnie the Pooh went public domain, there was a horror flick out. I mean,
I
it
think the
didn't
same
take
with
long.
Steamboat. Isn't
Mouse.
they doing one with Steamboat Willie too or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Steamboat
know.
Yeah.
Willie. Yeah,
They're working on
Steamboat
it.
Willie's.
It's
I know
like
they got
probably-
Mickey Mouse now.
Yeah, so
Well,
there.
the Steamboat
Give it
Willie
time.
version only.
We'll
You
see them
can't
all.
Oh, okay.
All right, Ben. So what's your pick on this one?
For movies, and this would have been on my Mount Rushmore, except I decided to save it.
Yeah.
It's the 1970 musical Scrooge with Albert Finney.
Oh.
A lot of great
Oh,
songs
Albert
in there.
Finney.
Follows the story very closely. Albert Finney's
Yep.
a great actor. So
Very
if
good.
you're looking for the Christmas Carol and musical version, that is just an over the top, really good show. It doesn't get a lot of nearly as much play as some of the other Christmas Carol versions of, but it's one of my favorites. A cartoon I'll mention is "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," where the mouse, the brainy mouse, breaks the clock, and Santa Claus gets PO'd about it, and he has to go out to fix it. I always like that one.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's been a long time because it's not one of those ones that tends to loop every year like so many
it
of them.
used to, but now it's kind of fallen off the radar, I guess. Like a lot of other of the older holiday cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Kevin, what's your pick on
That
this
was a
one?
staple in my house in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember seeing it when it would air. Like, all right, the special. Like every time you get that excited special feeling that they're going to show a once a year kind of thing. And yeah, that was one that I watched, and then it just kind of disappeared. So I want to seek that one out. I don't think my kids have ever seen that one even.
That's a good one and it holds up pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
If some of them,
One to
like
s-
the little drummer boy, have problems, maybe that you
Yeah.
wouldn't watch it anymore. But
Anything from the 60s and 70s has that chance of becoming problematic with current themes. So you never know how things are going to age, and most of the time it's not well. All right, sorry, Kevin. So what's your pick in this category?
This was really hard to choose because I got three ideas. One was Home Alone.
Okay.
Well, I might be a bit biased 'cause my name is Kevin, so that might be a bit biased.
I think that's pretty well known. I was a huge hit back when I was
that's
young.
a big
I don't
one.
know. I don't know
That
how much gets
got
shown
my
now.
Mount Rushmore. So that's a good one.
Yeah, because I don't see it being on as much anymore, so that's why I kind of like that's like a bit lesser known now.
Okay.
Another one was like kind of out the box. It was like Country Bears that I completely forgot about.
Yeah.
I grew up on Country Bears. I watched it again. I fell right back in love with it. So Country Bears, and then I went to animation called Ratatouille.
Oh, the
mouse.
Okay.
The rat.
The mouse.
The rat with the Pixar one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've literally went down my timeline of movies I love watching just to remember like which ones I like this lesser like that barely like be shown. And I chose those two. I'm like, I barely see these three on anymore. So I'm like, I'm going to choose these three. So yeah.
Got it. All right. So for mine, I went with it's called Joie Noel. My French is messed up, but it's a movie. It's set during World War I, and it's about a one-night ceasefire on Christmas Eve between the French soldiers, the German soldiers, and the American soldiers. And it's actually filmed in all three languages. And it talks about the night that they stopped the war for one night and, just focus on celebrating and not, the horrors of what was going on. And it's a great movie. I don't know how I even stumbled into it, but really recommended watching that one because it's a way different Christmas movie. I think the only Christmas war movie you can find that's out there. So that one would be my top pick. I know it's, if the people who see it seem to love it, it has great reviews, but it's just, it's not looping on any of the channels. So I think I went out and bought the DVD a few years ago. So that's one of our holiday staples that we watch that's kind of way outside of the box.
Isn't there a Christmas song about that?
Wasn't that the one where they sing Silent Night?
No, it was. I'm sure there's this Christmas song that's
there
really
might be
depressing because I think it was the British and the Germans stopped the war for that.
Yeah, that's
night.
right. It's the British. It's not the Americans. That's the English part. So,
it was the British the Germans, and they stopped for the night. They drank wine together and played soccer and all that stuff.
Just celebrated for one night, and then it was, unfortunately back to the ugly war. But yeah, it's a great movie. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, so this one I gotta put that one on and revisit it. So that's my lesser known holiday classic. So drop a comment. What's your favorite lesser known holiday classic? Let us know, and we'll talk about it. But now it's time. We're going to settle this debate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Now, we know the answer for some of you already because it's on your Mount Rushmore. So the answer is going to be a definitive yes on that one. But we can go through and we can see, is it a Christmas movie? But more than that, why? I feel like I'm assigning an essay to my class right now. Like, all right, you guys, I want you to write one paragraph on why Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. And give me at least 3 facts to support your claim, or it will be voided. So,
I mean, this is debatable as which came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, because I think anyone can say when it was released, it wasn't a Christmas movie, but doesn't mean it's not a Christmas movie. And I would talk about something, but I want to let you guys talk. So we'll, just Anthony, we know your thoughts, but why is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Why is this one Christmas classic for you on the
I will say that it is a Christmas movie, but that is only if you take into the fact that it happens around Christmas. Now, as far as plot and all that stuff, it has nothing to do with Christmas. It's it's a heist in a skyrise and a very disgruntled John McClane. So, but I mean, I watch it every Christmas and probably a couple hundred times throughout the year, but I definitely watch it around Christmas. That's my Christmas movie. I'll sit down, don't want to watch it, fine, go away. I'm watching John McClane kill some terrorists. And I will always die on that hill that it's definitely one of my Christmas movies for
and
I will watch it anytime.
And see, no one's trying to debate that Die Hard 3 is a Christmas movie. So it's like, okay, we have Die Hard. People will say it's a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. And I think that's one of the big things, because you have those kind of like Gremlins. Could you put Gremlins in the category of a Christmas movie the same way Die Hard is? And I now watch Gremlins and Die Hard. I watch them exclusively at Christmas, because for me, that kind of creates what a Christmas movie is if you wait for it and it's just a once a year kind of thing. So I now won't pop in Die Hard in July any more than I would pop in Christmas Vacation in July.
Well, I mean, you got Alan Rickman.
They feel like Christmas to me now. Yeah, and it's got Christmas music throughout it. So I mean, I'm all right. I guess I'm giving away my thoughts already. But Aaron, what do you think on this one?
It's definitely a Christmas movie. Full stop. End of debate. There you go.
All right.
Carry on.
So, all right. You get a B-. You didn't give me enough facts.
I don't need to.
Don't make me put on my teacher hat.
The proof is in the pudding. It's a Christmas movie. It's set in Christmas time.
See, I shall elevate your grade now. There you go.
So yeah,
all right.
I've always thought it's a Christmas movie. So,
but then we said Harry Potter. I like that, because Harry Potter has that Christmas scene and it has the winter scene. So yeah, I mean, you can bring Harry Potter in, you can bring Die Hard in, and I just say, all right, you know what? Why not? Because some of the classics have been seen too much, so we need to create new classics. So Ben, what's your thought on this one?
I'm going to take the unpopular answer. No, it's not a Christmas movie.
Let's hear it.
Look, the simple matter is you could make a few minor changes to the movie and it'd be the exact same movie if it took place at a New Year's Eve party, 4th of July office party, anything else, and it would be the same movie. And it'd be, if it come out in summer and you saw it in summer, you'd be just as excited about seeing him dive with the fire hose down the elevator shaft as you are, watching it at Christmas. So if you enjoy it as a Christmas movie, I don't want to kill your fun or be a buzzkill. You go ahead, have fun. But I think any of us could rewrite that movie to take place somewhere else and it'd be in the exact same movie. People would have liked it just as much. It'd still be, there still would have been a Die Hard 2, exactly. Die Hard 3, and Die Hard, whatever they're going to come out with next when they reboot the franchise.
That's what I was saying.
That's my argument.
All right, Ben, A+. You came in against the room. I love it.
Sorry.
You didn't need to be like, all right, so he gets top marks because he didn't just want to say like, oh shit, I'm in a room of people who think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I'm not going to say my opinion. You came out, you took us down. I appreciate that. All right. So top marks for Ben on this one. So, all right, Kevin, what is your opinion on this one?
I'll say yes, it's a Christmas movie, because when I think about Christmas, I think it's about bringing family together, and a really good action movie will bring a family together. So that's why I fell in love with Die Hard. And I also made this joke before, like when I pay attention to Die Hard, a lot of time when he gets in trouble is when he's on vacation. So I'm like, Krampus do not like this guy at all. Because he
should never travel. That's what he should learn.
He should never travel at all.
Wherever he goes, terrorists follow.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's a Christmas movie, because I'm a horror writer, so I instantly like Koepp. I always add horror to any type of movie. I was like, Krampus did not like John McClane at all, so he's in these terrorists at this guy. So yes, I think it's the Christmas movie.
All right, so I'm with you on that. For me, I go with yes, it's a Christmas movie, because Christmas movies can be created. When you look at It's a Wonderful Life. If you talk to that director, because people say, oh, Bruce Willis said it's not a Christmas movie. Well, It's a Wonderful Life, which everyone has seen so many times. I mean, it was the original movie to air over and over and over again. And Frank Capra, the director of that movie, said it's not a Christmas movie. So he said, this movie that you guys are calling a holiday classic that's looping at Christmas time, although I don't think they loop the whole movie, they just loop the end of it. And if you loop just the end, maybe that's a Christmas movie. But overall, it's more of a story of a man looking back at the importance of his life in his community and how he changed things, just so happens to be set on Christmas. Home Alone, another Christmas classic. I would say that, you know, with Ben's argument, take that out of Christmas time and it's just a twisted home invasion movie. So it's any movie can be turned into a non-Christmas movie with a couple tweaks. And, you know, the fact that their setting makes them what is a Christmas movie.
Exactly.
So it's a good debate though, because both sides are right when it comes down to it. It's how you interpret it. And like Ben said, he doesn't care if you enjoy it as a Christmas movie. If that is how you come at it and you enjoy it as a holiday classic, then go for it. Nothing's stopping you from enjoying it as a Christmas movie or enjoying it as a summer blockbuster. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it came out in the summertime. So it wasn't released in Christmas. So it wasn't intended to be that.
Yeah.
We have Google. I can find out when it was released.
Hey, Dash is raising his hand.
Teacher,
Go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
teacher, I would like to
Make your argument.
I would like to get my listen. Listen, this thing opens up with Christmas music, Christmas in Hollis. It starts with a Christmas song.
That is true.
There's Christmas packages. There is a Christmas bear sitting in the limousine. Right. And I no, Ben, you make a great point, and I think that's a lot of the biggest argument of why people think it's not a Christmas movie, because if you could set it somewhere else. But for me, it is kind of like with the rest of you guys. It's set at a Christmas party. Even the book, I put the name of the book in the private chat. Even the book is written at Christmas time. So it was a great.
A lot of people don't even know it's based on.
It's all about family.
I didn't even know that.
I
didn't even know that.
I didn't know it either.
Yeah, it's based on a book.
It's all
mind blown.
It's all about family. It's about him bringing his family back together.
Yeah.
It's so I think it's a Christmas movie, and as we say, the argument. But there's two things. There's no way you start Christmas without Clark Griswold falling through the ceiling or Hans Gruber falling off a building. That's the only way you can start Christmas anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it wasn't in my top 4, because, like Ben said, you could remove all the Christmas elements and you can have the same movie. It would be just as impactful and exciting. But I think the fact that it is done during Christmas, you got Christmas trees, you got Alan Rickman saying ho, ho, ho. You got all that cool stuff. I think it's definitely a Christmas movie in my opinion. So
see, in my house we're split. My wife is Team Ben. She would be, if she were watching this right now, she'd be like, finally someone with a brain here. So we'll debate it every year. I'm like, all right, we got to put it on Die Hard for our Christmas rotation. She's like, it is not a Christmas movie. So we have this debate. It is a household thing. We are divided in House Davis. It's rough. It's hard to get through the holidays sometimes with such a divide, but somehow survive.
I'd also like to point out that Batman Returns is a Christmas movie as well.
Indeed, it is.
I can see that. Although I'm in the minority of the people who think that I can't stand that movie. I've tried to rewatch it 2 or 3 times, and I'm just like, what happened? Batman '89 is like a pinnacle movie for me. That's that shaped my childhood. That was the movie that made comic nerds cool for like 5 minutes. It was cool. But then Batman Returns was just like, here, you loved that. I'm going to serve you a giant plate of disappointment.
I could not get into Batman Returns at all.
And I've tried, and I understand those who love it, and it is a Christmas movie, fine. But it's like, that's like Cousin Eddie Christmas. I don't need to revisit it.
That's usually the case with sequels, isn't it? They spend all the time making the first one. It's a major hit. Like, oh, panic! we've got to make a sequel, and they rush it, and it sucks.
Yeah, and I guess it comparatively though with what came after, it's a damn masterpiece. When you look at when the Schumacher factor kicked in, all of a sudden you're for Batman Returns. Because I mean, as much as I've gone too far. I'm gonna kill the room. Yeah, but that I mean, when you look at comparatively, the Burton vision for Batman is, miles better than anything Schumacher did. So in that you can look at Batman Returns is a much more worthy sequel in that way than anything that came after until the reboot happened years later.
I think the only reason I like Batman Returns is because I was hitting puberty.
I'd rather watch 30 Days of Hallmark.
Catwoman in there, and so.
Yeah, see, we could say that. What is it? Batman and Robin's the last one of that thing. It's like, all right, it's got Mr. Freeze. Maybe it's a holiday movie. Could it be our underrated classic?
No.
I hope not.
No. In that instance,
I'd still rather watch 30 Days of Hallmark movies.
I think I'd put back on. I think I'd put back Christmas Vacation 2 over that one. So it's like, all right, we're talking monumentally awful.
I mean, when Batman's suit has nipples, it's going to be bad.
Bat nipples,
about that. Oh, jeez.
And I just laugh that they're making action figures now with bat nipple figures. I'm like, no one wants those in action figure form. People didn't see the movie. They don't want to own a little toy of it.
He said bat nipple.
Bat nipple.
I can neither confirm or deny that I have Bat Nipples action figure.
You're the only one.
Somewhere behind you is the Bat Nipple.
I am the only. It's over there somewhere.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man,
I do not own a Bat Nipple. I'm happy to say, but shoot, you know what? I might have bought them when it.
Don't leave me hanging, Ed. Don't leave me hanging. Go get it.
No, I'm thinking about it because I remember before the movie came out, I was buying the action figures just because I thought it's a new Batman movie. This is going to be great. It wasn't, but I believe I bought the action figures kind of like the episode 1 action figures.
What I wonder is why did he put them on the guy's suit and he left them off the woman's suit? I mean,
who didn't want the R rating? He was afraid.
You might as well put them on everyone. Just,
yeah. That's sexist. He should have put it on all.
I was going to say it's discriminatory.
Equal opportunities. Nipples stay on all of them.
Yes.
Nipples for all. All the Batverse deserves nipples. Equal nipples for all. We've moved off into a tangent. I like it.
I mean, they missed a great opportunity when during a fight scene or something, and people are shooting at Batman, and one of the nipples gets shot off.
Oh no!
He shot me in the nipple.
He shot my nipple.
We've written multiple Hallmark movies, and we've written a better scene for Batman Returns or Batman. What was that? I don't know. Whatever Batman 3 was.
Robin,
Batman Forever.
Batman
and Robin.
Batman Forever.
It was Batman Forever.
And I do own Batman Forever action figures. They're in the garage. I don't know if they put nipples on the toys. I'm not sure. Like the original
Dash is gonna find it.
Or toys or whatever they are.
Bat Nipples.
Yes.
Bat Nipples.
Yes.
That's great.
All right.
I don't know if you could really. This is really bad, but Bat Nipples is on there.
Oh my god.
My day is now complete. What I needed to finish off a good day. A little Bat Nipples. We've gone completely off the rails. Yeah,
it's what every Christmas should start with. Bat Nipples.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're bringing them in. Bat Nipples as the new Christmas movie. Just the Mr. Freeze scene. So Bat Arnold, Bat Nipples.
I'm gonna start a cereal called Bat Nipples.
Yes. When Batman hits the public domain, I'll write it.
Start it now. Write it now. So when it becomes a domain, bang in there.
Yes. So it's ready to be released. Kind of like Blood and Honey 2. The moment Tigger goes public domain, bam, that thing's dropping. So yes.
Oh
The
yeah.
moment Batman hits public domain, Bat
I
Nipples,
don't-
the series is coming out.
I think the problem is
Evolution.
it's the only thing that hits public domain is 1930s Batman, whereas the Batman with the bat nipples is 1990. So he's probably protected for another 50 years.
I'll be
50
too
years at
old.
least,
I
yeah.
gotta.
That's my suspicion, because you
You're
can do Steamboat Willie, but
Darn.
you can't do classic
Ah.
Mickey Mouse, with the that we think
but
of
it's-
today.
That's
It's
a
the-
legacy.
it's
I'll
the
pass
Bat
that
Nipples
script
right
down
there.
to generations of my family, so that when it hits the public domain, it can come out. Like, all right, the only thing that comes in your inheritance is the Bat Nipples script.
Right.
We'll wait, and you will pass it to your grandchildren until it reaches the public domain,
What
and
did
then you
your
will
dad
release
do
it.
when he died?
And that will be all the money you need. You'll become rich.
You can
print
do a
your own
parody
money.
comic, maybe. I mean, call it
Yeah. Parody can always be played
Bat
with.
Dude, or something like
Bat
that.
Dude. Nipple Man.
Nipples.
Yeah, fat dude with nipples.
Nipple man.
Nipple bat. Nipple
Yes.
bat.
Yeah, see, we got it. We're making this happen. We're right. This is the writing room now. It's
We
become
should
a writing
pitch this
room.
to Travis to fight Cthulhu.
Cthulhu invades Bat Nipples. It's happening. And I want the lead story in that one. I want the 12-pager because this is Saturday morning writing room. We've written it. It's ready to go. We've written Hallmark movies. We've done Cthulhu invades Hallmark Christmas.
No, we've written.
That's what I want to see.
Oh, that would be pretty
Travis,
Oh.
if you're out there, Cthulhu invades Hallmark Christmas. Let's go. I'm here for you. And if you're not watching, someone tell Travis Cthulhu invades Hallmark Christmas. And Dash will be a prime writer because he is the expert on Hallmark Christmas.
good. He's watched them all.
Of all of us in this room, Dash
I've watched
is the
them.
one.
I have watched them all. I have watched them all.
Actually, Dash is not alone. I watched them all too. So
Yes, Dash and Kevin, you are the lead writers. I'll just ask Travis for permission to do a Cthulhu invades my own. And yes, you two are the lead writers because I can't force myself to watch them, but you can just fill us in, and I will add the Lovecraftian elements to it. And Ben, he's done his Cthulhu stuff, so he knows cryptids and.
I think that could be interesting. But I'm not sure of the market, but I think it could be interesting.
The market, yeah. We're missing two markets. Like right there, the women's market that loves the Hallmark movies probably aren't huge fans of Lovecraft and all that
Just don't
cosmic
don't tell them.
horror. But you know what? It's time to bring them into the fold and make them fans. It can happen.
Oh yeah.
Cthulhu invades the Lifetime Network. That works. Just let's go after all of them. All right. So let's talk about what you have to promote. We're pre-promoting what's going to be epic stuff later on. So we already know Bat Nipples coming soon. We already know Cthulhu invades the Hallmark universe coming soon. And
2026.
2026. So much. 2026 is going to be a year. Just wait, people. We'll have this entire panel back, and we will celebrate the release of our anthology of the Hallmark universe. So, I digress. It's been. I'm giving myself low marks for today. I get an F. I'm just taking us on weird tangents, and that's bad hosting.
Yeah.
So,
Some of the best shows is going on tangents.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those
Oh yeah.
Those
Definitely.
are always my favorite.
Depends on what Christmas party. Depends on what Christmas party you're at.
Yeah. All right.
And how much drinks you've had.
Ben is the only one who's earned an A today. The rest of us, we're struggling with C's, but that's all right. We'll still graduate.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Anthony. Well, let's go to Ben because Ben has a live campaign right now. So I want to share his live campaign where you can get a shark plushie, and everyone needs a shark plushie. It's the Christmas gift that everyone wants. But let's put this up right now. Let's take a look at Shark of War 1 through 8. So tell us about your story, Ben.
Well, Shark of War, again, as I always tell people, is Jaws meets RoboCop. It's Jaws if the shark were the hero, RoboCop if the cop were a shark. He's an escaped U.S. military experiment who's fighting crime in the eastern seaboard. And the previous issue, he he appears to have been killed, and a Navy SEAL is going in to try and find out what happens to him, and he may be confronting an all-new Shark of War lab created by the evil scientist who helped create the original Shark of War. So there's a lot of, this is probably the most action-packed, for an over-the-top series with a lot of action, it is probably the most action-packed and over-top of them all, as we see a whole bunch of monstrosities being thrown out there, and we find out what happened to our shark hero in this book.
And go on that link, because there you go right now. If you're not sure, you wonder if you want to read this book, is it for you? Right there, you have a link to read issue 1 for free.
Yeah, so, there's no sign up or anything. It just takes you to the Google Doc, so you don't. So even
there
have
you
to
go.
give me your email.
Read it for free. Decide if it's for you, and there's no pressure. There's no commitment. You read issue 1, you love it. You know, then you need 7 more issues. So yeah,
the only thing people should be aware of is that I was the artist for issue 1, and now I'm using professional artists from now on. So you'll notice the stories are similar, but the art has undergone a significant upgrade. The only thing I do now myself is I do these homage covers to the Jaws movie.
Yeah, you got your Jaws,
that's
and
my Jaws variant cover.
Love it. Yeah, because I think I remember issue 1.
You sold me at Shark.
Yeah, I
mean, me too.
Sharks are the best, so you have to get there. And they are the plushy sharks.
Yeah,
that is what you need under the Christmas tree this year. Plushy sharks for all. That is my message. Bat nipples and plushy sharks for all.
That's going on. Sure.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I love the art in these. It is beautiful art. There's bombs. There is sharks. What do you need in your life? Sharks. Where do you get sharks? Ben Lacey. He's got your sharks. Go and buy this book. I will be backing it when we're done here. I just don't want people seeing my credit card information. But I always put my money where my mouth is. You can trust in that. I will put a back in this because sharks. Did I need to back it? I would have anyway. Because once again, we have sharks, we have plushies, and you have a way to enter into a contest to win it for free. So definitely get in there, and we'll just kind of take a look at a few of his rewards. He has the digital copies,
and
the physical.
I try to do, for digital, you can get all my digital for like 12 comic books for just $22. So
nice.
I really try to
offer. Oh wow, that's awesome.
I'm really interested in people getting all my books, and I think I've got awesome. Where you can get all my physical copies for obviously on a single book we can't match Marvel prices.
No,
but on digital and on on buying a whole bunch of the whole set, I think I get my price down there pretty reasonable.
Yeah, you get the hard copy and all the digitals for $27. So that is a great deal. You get all those books plus the hard copy of the newest issue. And that's actually great. I didn't think about doing a hard copy plus digital tier. So as I'm still building my campaign for Immortal Era 10, I'm definitely going to take what you've done right there and use it, because I love that idea of here's all the digitals, plus you get a hard copy of the newest one, so you can start reading the physical copies from this issue on and read the digitals, and at a price that's, very reasonable. So I love that idea. I am definitely stealing that idea. So yes, definitely check this out. You got nice ways to get it. If times are tight, $5 isn't going to break the bank. You're going to pay the same to go get a Starbucks coffee. So instead of a coffee, get a comic book.
And then
it'll last you much longer.
Under $50, I give you not only all the digital, but you can also get like a hard copy. My hardcover of Shark of War Volume 1, which collects the first 5 issues, plus the next 3 issues, 6, 7, and 8.
And that's all for under $50. So there you go.
So
once again,
and
the prices are there.
So I really want people to get all my books. So I try to make it as affordable as possible. Realizing that I can't do a $3 hard copy.
Yeah, we're not Marvel. We're not printing hundreds of thousands of copies. trust me, printing is no joke right now.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Whatever
not.
printer you go through,
shipping
it's gonna
isn't
beat
either.
you up. Yeah,
Yeah,
True.
shipping isn't either. But I really like to get people to get the physical copy of my book, not just the digital, because I'm of the theory that a lot of people, a lot of people will get a digital and it'll go in the pile of digital and not get looked at. But if you get a hard copy, I almost always, open my hard copy comics that I back.
Yeah, I'm
Sometimes
a
I get originals,
I'm a
and I
collector
never
of
read
the
them,
hards
so-
as well.
So I
don't-
think getting people to get your hard copy books makes it more likely they'll really read them.
yeah.
And
Well, we can
I'm
get a
old-
camera in your
Yeah.
book. That's cool.
Just
Yeah,
physical
for
copy. Only way.
$159, you can be in.
You can get a
Shark of
camera.
War.
That's cool.
That is
Ooh.
amazing. You want to be in a comic? Here's your chance. And I know, like Ben was saying, people pay to be killed in a comic book. It's not
I would-
just revenge to the bullies anymore.
I would love to get
that's
ate by a
the
shark.
cameo, but the more expensive ones are even, you can be one of the monsters.
You want to be a monster?
What?
That is
Or a
even
mermaid.
better. Just give this as a gift to your friend for Christmas. Say, guess what? I didn't buy you a star. I put you in a comic book. And it's way more meaningful because you can look up in the sky. You're never going to find your star. There's too many damn stars. But you want to find
That's
yourself
true.
in a comic book, you open to the page, there you are. And it's it's the gift that will last you forever. Take that page out, rip it out, frame that shit.
You don't have to.
always
You
live
don't
in
have
your
to.
world.
I give you an
Yeah.
8x11 print of your pages. In the book.
See?
Oh, there you
Even-
go.
You
better.
don't have
Nice.
to.
Wow.
It has you covered. You don't have to rip it out. See, I was going to have you damage your book. You should send that to CGC and get it graded. When this becomes a Netflix series, you would regret ripping that page out. But what you have is you have an 8x10 on the wall. And when it becomes a Netflix series, you'd be like, holy shit, I was in that book. I know Shark of War. I'm in Shark of War. I'm now a celebrity. You should definitely get in this before it's too late and you live in a life of regret in a few years when this is the biggest show on Netflix and you're like, damn it, I could have been in there and I wasn't. It's too late now. Don't
And
waste
then
your
he
chance.
could be, then he could be a cameo in the Netflix TV show.
Yeah, that's the thing. The next tier, $349, you can be in the Netflix series in the same scene you were in Shark of War. People,
Well, that's it.
I don't know what your problem is. Get on this now. There shouldn't be anything left. There's only one
actually-
backer. One
Yeah,
left.
one
Don't
of
miss
two.
it.
Yeah, this is one is a multi-page cameo where you're one of two major bodyguards, and this is a standalone that somebody took. So
Yeah,
for-
and it's
for
gone.
being-
So he is selling your chance to be in the book. There are some left. Don't
But-
miss it.
but
One
you
day
mentioned
you can tell your grandkids that you were in Shark of War.
being a character if it ever goes to the next level, and one of the tiers I sold in issue 6 was being a mob lawyer who pops up in repeated issues as the helper of one of the main villains. And in this issue, that woman winds up moving towards center stage and has a much, she's actually critical to the action because she develops a conscience at just the wrong time. So if they ever did do this is something more, it would, that character would probably be in that, because it becomes a more important role.
Yeah. Sounds great. Sounds like a lot of fun. There's some great tiers.
Awesome.
You can be in it or you can just read it. Either way, you can't go wrong. Like I said, the same price as a Starbucks, probably less. You don't need pumpkin spice. You need Shark of War. All right. So, Anthony, what would you like to promote today?
Oh, well, you can go to dmwcomics.com and get the first 2 issues, digital downloads of Bad Wabbit, my post-apocalyptic dystopian adventure. Just DMW Comics. I actually sent in the private chat a link to those downloads, and those ones are free. So if you're watching this and you want to see the first 2 issues, just go and download them and for free.
Put that in the comments right now.
And then book 3 is actually done. As far as everything that needs to be done, we got the PDF for it, and we're just waiting for the right time to print it, put it out, and give it to the public.
So there it is. It's in the chat as well. You can head over there right now and get that. show you the website real quick. So there you go. Downloads of issues 1 and 2, completely free, just like Shark of War. Go to the Kickstarter and you can get issues 1 and 2. And if you don't have $5, if you're saving your money, any creator loves, just throw $1. Throw something in the tip jar. Every penny helps us because we are creators looking to build our brand, and anything helps because it's a struggle. It's not easy or cheap to put out a comic book. So anything you can give, if it's, you know, it's the holiday season,
Well,
you want to throw $1 in the tip jar, you will help them out.
This is just my website. I don't have the Kickstarter up yet, but book 3 is
so
coming.
when it's up,
and
we'll have you back.
Definitely.
And you can promote it. So yeah, I think right now the only active campaign we have is Shark of War. So that means all your money, you don't have to split it 6 ways. You can put it one way. It goes to Ben. He got an A+. Ben got top marks for today. He deserves to get Shark of War purchased because he's the only one that stood out and said, you know what? You guys are wrong. I'm coming at you. I have 5 against 1, but I don't care. I'm standing strong. So he gets the A+. He should also get your pledges. So get out there. Get your Shark plushie. You know you need one. All right, so Dash, what would do you want anything to promote?
I don't have any cool graphics like you guys got, but coming in January, Hell Comes to Texas, starring Colt Windsor. He is my former Texas Ranger who, you know, if you've ever watched Supernatural and Dean goes back in time to fight the Phoenix, you know, monster hunters had to start somewhere, and so I'm gonna start him right here, at least in my vision. And so yeah, this is Western, and there is a bad dude taking over the towns of Texas, and that's where I'm at right now. But hopefully in January on Amazon and Barnes and Noble it'll drop. We're just finishing up some last minute things to take care of on that.
Cool. And I know you also have
YouTube follow me at YouTube.
I just put that link in the chat. You can follow Dash on YouTube, see some of his content. He does lots of shows, lots of reviews, so check that out. All right, Aaron, what would you like to promote today?
My next issue of Ice and Bone is launching on January the 7th. I think I sent you the preview link.
Let me grab
You can
that.
share that. We can look at that and then share the pre-launch.
Pop that up.
So this is my next installment of my samurai action horror. Started with Blood and Fire, which has 3 issues, and Ice and Bone has a total of 4 issues.
Nice.
That's interesting. I haven't launched the pre-launch page yet, but I forgot that you get a lot more. The preview pages used to be a lot different. Oh, let me see. Just logging in.
Yeah, I'll send you the preview link as well.
I keep forgetting to do that with my previews to add more stuff.
Yeah, because I'm used to the old ones where like you got an image and there's your preview. So I gotta make sure I start adding more. So we got a lot of cool stuff here. Like I said, I love the art. Is this the same artist as in INRA, or is it a different one?
Yes, same artist as in INRA.
Yeah, I love his style.
So yeah, it's a continuation, the next issue. So a lot happens, a lot of action in this coming issue. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, you can see
very cool.
Some amazing stuff going on in here. Beautiful art. I love the use of colors, kind of keeping the red as the only color that pops in. I'm kind of doing a similar thing for my Sherlock Holmes Dracula book, where red is going to be the only color that comes out besides the sepia. So I love when people play with color and do that. So there you go. You got a good preview. You can see the art is amazing. You can see kind of the storytelling even without much of the dialogue. So yeah, definitely grab that book, go on there, follow it, and when it comes out,
we got nice little merch as well. So you get
very
cool.
That's
the titles etched in the sheath.
Some fun stuff that he'll have,
and this little guy.
Very
nice.
I love samurai stuff, man.
Is that cat? Is that cast or 3D printed?
3D printed. I've painted it like a statue, so it's kind
okay.
of black
Oh, nice.
with white
Okay.
highlights.
Cool.
Oh man.
Really nice.
Sold.
Cool. See,
Very good.
you got at least 5 people now. So there you go. All right,
yeah.
Kevin, what would you like to promote?
My recent comic book called Skin Shifter. It's on pre-order on my website now. It's an alter ego shape-shifting type of story. Because this character name is Sabrina Jackal, and her alter ego is Jackal Bunny. The story goes where she was sent from hell by a demon called the Corpus Fiend to capture a soul girl named Amaya Fitzgerald, and you're trying to figure out why does he want her so bad, and like what's the connection between her and this Corpus Fiend.
Great. I'm gonna make sure I have that in the comments.
Nice.
I believe I put that in there.
I like bunnies. I like rabbits. If you didn't know.
Yes. So you can have a crossover. It's the Bad Rabbit Skin Shifter
There you go.
with bat nipples. That is a prerequisite of all things now.
You guys are gonna force me to put that in my Bad Rabbit series somewhere.
Bad Rabbit bat nipple.
You got to make.
Got to kill a. Oh,
You got to make Easter eggs in all your
bat
books now.
with nipples.
I try.
Because you have animals, so hey, you could have an actual bat, and it's bat with nipples, and somehow not get sued.
Well, saying do like a artwork. I did a crossover with War Lion. So
Oh yeah.
So just do
That's awesome.
like a one-off crossover. I mean, both got rabbits in it.
Well, there you
Kind of
go.
made.
Very nice.
Very cool. Yeah,
I should just collect a whole bunch of rabbit-based creators and put them all on one cover for Bad Rabbit. That'd be awesome.
A huge rabbit
that'd be cool.
crossover.
That would be so much.
Gotta
That would be
happen.
fun. That would be
The
fun.
extended rabbit universe.
Yeah, all the
Rabbit
all the-
Wars.
the rabbits.
Yes.
Within the indie community,
For sure.
Well, the mainstream ones off.
If it's
Yeah.
unique, especially on Kickstarter.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Star Rabbit Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ready.
Rabbit
It's
Wars.
going to be Rabbit Wars.
Rabbit Wars in the way of Secret Wars.
Yes, you just do it, and it's a big
Yeah.
multi-tier indie crossover with everyone. The rabbits would eventually have to fight a shark. It's got to happen.
So I actually pitched an idea a while back to have every indie creator we know have their main character in a series, kind of like the Infinity War, kind of like Crisis on Earth, and then have it to where like there's a force trying to get rid of the indie community, and that they're breaking the fourth wall. They know they're comic book characters, but they're coming together to fight the editor,
Oh,
and then the person that gets them to all band together is called the writer, and then have it like have all these indie characters that we all know, all of our main characters snatched from their universe and put together in this battle. And I pitched that a while ago. I guess nobody was really interested in it, but I think it's a really cool idea.
I think it's a matter of I already have too much damn money tied up in comic books, and I can't afford the shit I'm already making. So
exactly,
adding more to it, it's like, man, are you trying to make me lose my house? You like this place?
No, I understand that.
Yeah, so it's a great idea, but like I said, I am so tied up, and then I start thinking of new things. I'm like, shut up, brain, no more.
Well, one
I
of
can't
these
afford
days,
this.
one of us will get so rich that we can actually.
There you go.
afford
Well,
to do
when Ben gets Shark of War on Netflix,
right?
then it's gonna happen. Because Ben's like, you know what? I'll cover the art, you guys.
Anybody
Now
way
that
to
the
pitch
Brinks
that,
truck went back
I'd
and
be
paid
happy to
him.
do it.
Yeah. So when this is on Netflix, and I'm just gonna send my Shark of War copies and get them CGC'd, and then I can make big money too. So then it happens. Like, all right, I just sold my CGC Shark of War #1 on eBay for $5,000. It's all good. Let's make it happen, Anthony. All right. So for me, I got one thing to promote, and that is my YouTube channel. This Wednesday with Dash, we're going to be looking at Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. It's called First Impressions. we look at brand new albums and we grade them on different categories. We talk a little bit about the history of the artist, and then we kind of give our final evaluation in the end and decide, are we keeping this album or are we shifting it off to the used bin? So that's First Impressions. It's live Wednesdays. This week, it'll actually be live on Tuesday because I have a work function I have to do on Wednesday. It's the students' singing performance. And when you're an elementary teacher, you're not allowed to miss that one. So I will be watching third graders singing on that day instead of talking about Stevie Wonder.
That's
but
fun.
Tuesday will be on. So tune in, check it out. It'll be the pre-launch for that will be coming up, and I'll have that in some links, but definitely check us out. And yeah, should be a fun episode. I've already written all the notes and everything. So tune in also next Saturday when I'm going to have a panel. We did a show earlier this year where we decided what songs should be removed from ever being played in public again. This week or next week, we do the same thing, but we're taking Christmas songs out of the mix. We're going to remove Christmas songs from ever being played, and should be a lot of fun.
Mariah Carey?
I don't know if Mariah Carey's going to get taken down. We'll see. Is it too obvious a choice to take Mariah Carey? Because my picks are different, and I have way different reasons for the songs I want to never hear again. But spoiler alert, tune in next week. You'll find out why I want to kill these songs. And it's it's not necessarily the Mariah Carey factor, but I have to imagine that her name will be mentioned because she's she's out in the world again. So we're ready to.
She is out in the world.
We're ready to get her out of the world, carbonite her for life, and be done with it. Or are we? Maybe there's a worse Christmas song. We don't know. But next week, tune in. If you watched our first episode, we're gonna have our same panel back, and we're going after Christmas this time. So. Thank everyone for tuning in, and we will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend.
Peace out.
Bye. Start the war. Don't live in regret.
Who am I, you ask? I was created in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the waste of a dying world. I was bestowed with an insurmountable task: bring peace after decades of death, persecution, and chaos. I am a grandchild of war, destined to help two camps which hate has fueled for far too long. Surprisingly, I am not alone. Have an odd bunch to make the road a little more bearable. Come with me to bring hope where there was despair, respect where there was resentment, creativity where there was destruction. I am Pinocchio, and this is my story.
right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic.